I cannot wait to show you how to make this amazing Tunisian nut cake. This cake is so moist and has this really nice nutty flavor that is not too sweet. It is the kind of cake where you take one bite and then suddenly half the cake is gone because you cannot stop eating it. To make this deliciously moist and flavorful nut cake that everyone will love, start by carefully cracking 2 large eggs into a dry mixing bowl, and then add half a teaspoon of salt. Using an electric mixer, start mixing the eggs, then gradually add 60 grams or half a cup of powdered sugar and mix about 2 to 3 minutes until the mixture becomes light and fluffy, as you can see in the video here. Next, add 100 grams or 7 tablespoons of melted butter, but make sure the butter is not hot. Keep mixing with the electric mixer and gradually start adding 100 grams or 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I always make sure to add the flour bit by bit rather than all at once, so it mixes in smoothly without any lumps. Also, add half a teaspoon of baking powder with the flour and give the cake batter another quick mix. Next, add 50 grams or half a cup of ground pistachios, 50 grams or half a cup of ground almonds, and 50 grams or half a cup of ground walnuts. Using a spatula, fold in the ground nuts until everything is well combined. I use a spatula here instead of the mixer because I do not want to overmix. Next, pour in 60 milliliters or 1/4 cup of coconut milk a spoonful at a time and mix with a spatula until the batter looks smooth with no lumps. You want it runny enough to pour into the pan, but not too thin. You can see how it should look in the video here. Next, pour the cake batter into a greased and floured cake mold. I like to use a 9-inch round cake pan for this recipe, but a square one works well too. Tap the cake pan on the counter a few times to remove any air bubbles in the batter. Bake the cake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes. While the cake is baking, let us make a rose syrup to pour over the cake later. Slice 3 thin pieces of lemon that we are going to add to a small pot with 120 milliliters or half a cup of hot water. Then, add 100 grams or half a cup of granulated sugar and mix until the sugar starts to dissolve. Then, add 5 milliliters or 1 teaspoon of rose water and stir well. Let this mixture come to a gentle boil and continue cooking for about 5 minutes until it thickens slightly. Then, add the lemon slices to the syrup and leave it aside for a moment. Once the cake is baked, let it cool in the pan before pouring the syrup over it. Make sure to pour it evenly so the entire cake gets soaked. You can poke some small holes in the top of the cake with a toothpick before adding the syrup, which helps it soak in better. Carefully remove the cake from the pan and sprinkle some chopped pistachios, walnuts, and almonds on top for decoration. This adds a nice crunch and makes the cake look really pretty. This nut cake is super moist with a soft, tender texture. It tastes nutty with a hint of rose that adds sweetness without overpowering the other flavors. If you liked this moist nut cake, you might also like my moist peanut butter cake recipe with peanut butter frosting. Check it out next time you are in the mood for baking something rich, nutty, and delicious. Check it out now!